Hello, my beautiful babes of all phenotypes and shades. So, there was a time where I actually rejected my femininity. Yeah, I know, I'm shocked too. But if you've been watching my channel, you know that my life story is very Cinderella, rags to riches type of story. Babes, I'm curious to know your childhood upbringing. So definitely let me know where and how you grew up. So yeah, growing up in the hood certainly has its challenges, especially when you're a dark-skinned girl, especially as a feminine dark-skinned girl. So, anyhow, I remember one of the first instances of me rejecting my femininity was actually in the fourth grade. Anyhow, I remember we were in gym class, and one of my classmates saw that I had left the price tag on the bottom of my shoe. And I remember her laughing at the fact that my shoes were only $10.50. But honestly, during that time and even now, I really don't care how much shoes and clothes cost. I just care about how they look on me and how long are the shoes and clothes going to last me. But yeah, I remember not responding to her insult. I just remember curling in a ball, feeling embarrassed about my personal style. And looking back, I wish I would have repeated positive affirmations to myself, and I wish I would have reaffirmed my femininity and my personal style, because not only were the shoes cheap, but they were super girly. So the girls in my elementary school, they mainly wore Reeboxes and Air Forces and J's. Me, on the other hand, I preferred Mary Jane's and like the dressy loafer looking shoes with the chunky heel. Yeah, that was more of my cup of tea. Oh, and I used to always wear knee and thigh high socks with my school uniform. That was during the time I was super obsessed with Japan and Sailor Moon. So, yeah, my style of dress was and still is heavily influenced by East Asian culture. I used to watch the Japanese version of Sailor Moon. Yeah, Sailor Moon in Japanese as an elementary schooler. But anyhow, yeah, the other students would literally run up to me, pull my thigh high socks down to my ankles, and say, "That's how you wear socks, you effing white girl." And yeah, from that moment on, obviously I've changed, but mainly from that moment on, I started to dress like a boy. I never wore those shoes again. I didn't wear thigh high socks again until my freshman year of college. And I just remember for the rest of my fourth and fifth grade year, I just wore Reeboxes just like the other kids. But looking back, I wasn't happy. It's kind of funny because once I rejected my natural femininity, that's when I started to get bad grades. I got into a lot of fights with my peers. I got a lot of fights with my siblings. And that's just what happens when you reject who you truly are. You become something that you're not, and life just becomes miserable. So, but I tell you, babes, this story to remind yourself and remind myself that you gain more respect when you just be who you truly are. People may not always like you, but there's a certain level of respect people give to you when you're being your authentic, true self. Even if they don't like you, even if they don't like who you are, And also, being who you truly are and knowing yourself is very important for social climbing, because then you'll attract the right people and the right things that are actually made for you. I can make a video on this specific topic in the future. But yeah, another important social climbing tip is to be stubborn. Don't make the same mistake I made in the past. Don't give up your true self just for other people's approval or to make them comfortable. Even to this day, I have all types of girls: black, non black, ambiguous, unambiguous, mixed race, monoracial, try to bully me out of my femininity, but I refuse, because God gave me the gift of femininity and pretty privilege for a reason. And you damn right, I'm gonna soak up every drip of my privileges as I can. Oh, and by the way, once I started living my feminine life publicly without any apologies, oddly enough, people, even my old classmates who bullied me and judged me, started to actually respect me. So, yeah, babes, have you ever been bullied out of your femininity? What do you think gains respect from other people? If you were bullied out of your femininity, how did you get it back? Or are you still trying to get your femininity back? Also, let me know if growing up, did people encourage or discourage your femininity? Let me know down below. And we'll chat next video. Smooches.